Howdy guys, welcome back. Here we are on another episode. It's coming at you again, hot off the press. And for this episode, I thought we'd just do a little bit of improvement again. We'd grow the city, kind of work a little bit on our high-density neighborhood. And just wanted to just fill some general holes, you know, because unfortunately I missed a few things last episode, and there's some stuff I want to just improve upon. Okay, so let us just firstly fix this road right here. I can't believe I did that again. How ironic. Okay, so we'll get this going the right way. And, so a couple things. First, I totally forgot, we actually haven't put the high school down, so a few of you definitely reminded me about that, which is why our poor offices are starting to go abandoned. So let's drop this in. We'll put it near our high-density friends over here. Actually, that's a nice spot right here. And I do want to convert a few more areas to high density. You can kind of see this little spot right here. I actually changed my mind. I want this to be a little bit taller. So let's just take out these guys. And let's just replace them with high density. That'll look a little bit nicer. Perfect. There we go. Easy fix. And we do have a call for some more commercials, so why don't we... Actually, no, we could, let's go crazy. Let's put in some more here. Let's unzone this whole network right here. Let's work with the boundaries that we got, type of thing. Okay, so this is unzoned. Unfortunately, it's going to destroy our population. But I'm going to switch it over to high density, so some more people will move in. Okay. So, high density. Just like this. Perfect. And then high density, commercial. Just like that. Perfect. And then just more residential. There you go. I think that might be a better use of the space. And just kind of makes our tall buildings kind of follow a little more of a, kind of flows a bit better, you know? Like the skyline height kind of gets smaller to bigger as we go along type thing. Okay, so I want these to eventually move, so let's empty that one as well. Maybe we can build up our little garbage network over here. Actually, I want them all gone, to be honest. And, yeah, actually, that's fine where it is. I might put another incinerator down, though, since we're going to be using less of the garbage dumps here. Okay, so now I want to tackle traffic just on this little spot, because it's, even though we've opened this arm up, you can see there's still a little bit too much happening. And I think we have too many service vehicles kind of, you know, clogging up these roads. So let's move this incinerator as well. Put those both over there. That's fine and dandy. And I would love to use this. Oh, can we move it? Oh, we can. It was empty. Amazing. Okay. So this is going to go, just say over, actually, let's build ourselves a little, so I might upgrade this interchange. I keep thinking about that, to be honest. Okay, so let's build another little back area here. Let's just move this. It'd be cool if we get two of them here, actually. Let's move that right to there, actually. Works for me. Can we get that actually in the corner? That looks nicer. Okay, so that's now freed up a little bit of the traffic, hopefully, on these roads here. And I think if we change some of the directions around here, that might also help. So I'm going to switch over to these roads, because they really are like some of my favorite roads to use. They're 2x2 lanes, there's no parking on them, and they don't create traffic lights at the intersections. So whoever wrote the coding for this is like, you're getting a Christmas card from me, you know, that's basically it. So what I'm going to do is, unfortunately you can kind of see most people, they're coming in, they're piling over to here, and just this intersection is getting a little bit backed up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to force people to drive a little bit further into our industrial zone and just kind of steer away from this one intersection. Because we've got, you know, two sets of tram lines intersecting. We've got a lot of just general traffic through here, so I don't really want our trams moving slowly because they kind of, you know, they help the cause. Let's put a one-way in here. Make sure we got the perfect. So that means we got one way this way going in, one way this way going in, one way this way going in, and then so the ways to get out will be over here. And so I'm tempted to put one big one. I'm not going to do that because of the building on fire right there. And no, actually, no, what we could do instead is just maybe switch over to more of these styles of roads. So it's the one ways like that. Now, I wonder how these perform in terms of... No, it does create a traffic light, darn it. Yeah, it does. Okay, so things might look a little chaotic here until we get this working just right, but I think in the end it'll be okay. So let's leave these on. So I want these guys to be the one-ways leaving. There, we can try that. I'm just routing traffic a little bit differently throughout here. And then we'll put a little channel of these roads just kind of throughout everywhere. There we go. Alrighty, I think we've made a little bit of a difference. Perfect. And so my thoughts for this now is we're essentially keeping the industrial zone a little bit separated, say from the rest of the city. So that way, you know, trucks can come in, they can do their business here, they can leave just through this little back exit right here. They don't actually have to interact with this avenue. So I'll keep this more for, like, you know, if you're going from one end of the city to the other, or essentially more for the trams. And I cannot wait to get rid of this and kind of, you know, move these all around, because this little turnaround point right there is causing such a headache. Because you can see there's actually a lot of emergency vehicles everywhere. They're coming through here just to get into this spot. So I don't necessarily want that to keep on happening. So I'll leave it on 3-speed, let this kind of clear a little bit. See if we've made a bit of a difference. Within the industrial zone itself, it looks like we've actually improved traffic, but still the on-ramp, a little bit of a backlog. So I think the long-term goal should be to have another city entrance, say like right over here, where we can convert this and then start bring a bridge across. Because I don't want all the traffic to kind of be routed through this one interchange, especially, you know, since we're already moving into high density. Okay, well, we need some money for that, so let's try and grow our city a little bit. Because yeah, I hate gridlock. It's the worst to see. And yeah, we'll kind of let this big, you know, mess kind of clear, and hopefully, you know, we've made things better. But I think we'll kind of let that run in the background. I'll leave it on 1 speed just in case things are going, you know, in a detrimental direction. It won't do that much damage. Okay, so we definitely need more educated workers living in and around this area. So we have the high school in, which definitely helps. It is just the one high school, unfortunately. I don't think we should put a second one in, simply because it's very expensive. And with education, it just takes time. It's not like one of those, you know, you put 10 schools in, that'll just make everyone educated faster. No, unfortunately, the citizens, they have to go and they kind of, you know, have to get smart through time. So I won't do any more office expansion, just because, you know, no one will work there type thing. And just in terms of demand, we don't really have any anyway. So okay, let us instead do a little bit of an addition to this lower part down here. And I'm tempted to start moving to different types of roads here, but I know the trees won't really look nice because of the winter. Okay, so I'll have this like that. Alright, what is the plan here? Oh, and I had a great suggestion come in. I think it was Frothy Bum Squeeze who suggested this. He actually drew me a little picture too. Just for faster in and outs for the roundabouts to our highway, I'm going to make these a bit of an angled road. Okay, this is what I'm looking for. That way the approach is not like, you know, 90 degrees type thing. Okay, hopefully that can be the same. It can be. Cool. And this time we'll get the direction right. See, it's like I look for those little icons to see if they're there, you know, because like I kind of get caught up in the moment sometimes, which is how I make these little So it's like, you know, obviously, like, even when I watch myself, like, when I'm doing the editing and stuff, it's like, it seems so, I'm like, how did I miss that, you know? But you're caught up in the moment, so I hate when that happens, but hopefully I'll try and pay a little bit more attention, you know, but yeah, these things, they will happen here and there, so I do apologize in advance type thing. Hopefully I don't bug you guys too much. Okay, so I'm just putting back on 3-speed because I actually want some money. So forget what I said about taking it slow here. I haven't figured out what we're going to do in terms of... I imagine we'll just continue this going straight, but I think we'll just leave this kind of corridor open a little bit. And I did say also I wanted to leave a corridor just through here, so I'm going to kind of establish that now. And it does look like we were using tram tracks over here, so we might as well just keep that going. And you'll kind of see what I mean when I say like a little corridor. Like I'll just kind of space that out right now type thing. So pause this. I'm actually going to change these roads a little bit right here. And what I'm instead going to do is this. Okay, so make that go a bit further. Not bad. Actually, yeah, no, I don't know why I like that. Yeah, let's keep that. Okay, so... of course, that does not work. But, in the name of symmetry, we can make it work. So this will go to here, that will go to there, and then this will go to here. There, I like that even more. Perfect. Okay. Now, again, corridors. So let's leave ourselves a little bit of a gap here. And this is just for, you know, trains and this and that, you know, down the road. Who do you not connect with? Of course, no one. That's why. So that will go here, connect back to our tram network. Excellent. And we can even have this come up and over. Don't necessarily have to do this now because it's expensive, but... yeah, let's just stop doing that. It's expensive. But we'll remember to kind of continue that along. At least we got a little icon. Okay. And, of course, this is supposed to be a bridge, silly Billy. Oh, and a few of you have asked for a list of the mods I'm using. That is totally no problem. I will try and keep an updated one going. So what I'll do is I'll just kind of post some links either in the comment section or description as to what I'm doing, or what I'm using, sorry. And I think kind of like a long-term plan is maybe I'll set up a, oh cool, small city. Oh neat, hydro dam. Oh, train station, yes, trains, yes! Ahaha, we were just speaking of them right now too. We were building a corridor for them. Oh, this is great. Oh man, trains are expensive. Why am I tackling all this expensive stuff so early? Okay. So that is like that. And then now a corridor. Since we have rails, we can just now put some down. So maybe we should just kind of... Oh goodness, money. Well, at least we have some. We have to spend it all, though. Okay, so I want this to still kind of... Oh, right. Switch over to this. Since we pretty much know it's going to go like this, right? Might as well just... that's what I was worried about. Because of the pillars, right? So I figured out in 1 second. Let's put these in. So much stuff to do, you know? Are we not in the right spot? Are we over... Nope, that's definitely the right spot. Okay. So upgrade highway tool. Direction, remember this time. Okay, so... Right. Double check, we have this one, silly. And then right here, this is where we do our little fancy curved on and off ramps right here. Not on and off ramps, what am I going to say this? Merging lanes. Now why doesn't that one look as nice as the other one? You know, it had that nice little curvy in it? Maybe if we go a little bit further. It's kind of getting it. Maybe we have to do this our own here. Well, no matter. We can do it. So yeah, I can see there's hints of it, you know, when it starts to curve. So let's do that. Maybe I used curve road before. I guess that was the trick right there. Okay, so that now works, and that way we can keep our roundabouts with the... But you know what though, the trams, are they gonna help or hurt the highway? Like, that's kind of weird. We have highway with trams, right? It's interesting. This really, it's a mix of a road here, because it's not quite a highway, right? It's like a Lynn Town Expressway. So it's the same kind of issue over here, right? Like, are we better off making the same kind of interchange, or should we do some of the suggestions that you guys made for, yes, there is one. I downloaded this, and I was hoping that one would just kind of sneak by, and I would just be blown away, and I am, here it is. Oh my goodness, look what I downloaded. Haha, so if you're a fan of the Toronto Transit Network, look at this, we have our own TTC vehicles. That is the coolest thing ever. So, a Toronto streetcar. So it's a custom asset. Downloaded that in the workshop. It replaces some of the trams on the lines. So I was kind of hoping one would make an appearance. Yes! So I've got so many assets. I'm not really, like I said, I'm not really playing around too many just because, you know, they're still kind of giving me the headaches with the other city and this and that, but I just couldn't resist when I saw that in the workshop. So that's kind of fun, right? Yeah, there it goes. That's perfect. Okay. So $1 million question, do we upgrade this? I think that'll be kind of like a long-term thing. I wasn't planning on necessarily doing that for this episode. So maybe you guys give me your suggestions. Because a lot of you came up with some really, really good ideas in terms of, like, remember how to, like, you know, deal with traffic over here. And some of the suggestions were to, you know, have the tram tracks break away maybe a little bit further behind. They can tunnel around. You can go underneath. I can download a different mod that kind of toggles on and off traffic lights so that we could have like a separate, you know, the tram tracks can still go straight. So we can try a few different things. I wish I had the traffic precedent switched on. I'm not sure if that's even upgraded or updated for the Snowfall yet. But yeah, I think what we could try to do maybe is like a straight shot through here and then just toggle on and off the traffic lights. And hopefully the trams won't be too much of a headache. But let's just leave this the way it is, because traffic's not giving us trouble. It's really just this zone. Anyway, stop blabbing, let's build. Okay, so trains. I don't think I can get one until I put a train station down. Again, I'm not planning on doing a rail network now. I'm just literally placing this as a placeholder so we unlock the trains. I'm simply putting down some tracks just so I have like a visual idea of how much space I want to leave just for like a little rail corridor passing through the city. And we may even have some room to sneak like up one of these little side arms or something. Or, you know what we could even do is go across the water's edge right here. Yep, that's definitely where we're going. So we'll have a train station just for visual sake, right? We'll put one right along here. And then we'll have like a rail corridor just kind of make its way, just kind of following this road. And that'll look really, really, really cool. So just placeholder, just so we can get this for spacing, right? So now I know where the rails need to be. Pause just in case of the power lines right there. And so now I know that at any point I can just remove some rail, I can put it in the train station, and I won't have any problems at all with the spacing. And might as well do the same thing over here. Oh, that's interesting. We don't get all the money back, right? So that's why we keep losing money when we do this. Alright, so back to 3-speed. Okay, so I just want to place this so I can do the exact same thing. You know, just get the spacing just right. Incidentally, this is probably where the train station is going to be anyway, but, you know. I'm just not really looking to build ourselves a rail line, because that's, you know, they're expensive. Don't really need to absorb those costs just yet. But in general, I'm a big sucker for trains. So if you guys like trains, you're in the right spot. We're going to have a lot of fun with that. Okay. And the goal would be just to go up and over. Yep. And of course we are out of money, as always. Let's destroy that, get some refunds. Again, not the most efficient way to do things, but, you know, it does kind of help, so that's why I do them. Now, is that a smooth? That's not the worst curve, actually. Yeah, I kind of like that. Okay, let's bring the sun back up, because I just want that for building's sake. Go back down. How many units was this? 9 units. Okay, so those kind of things we can kind of change, though, if they don't look too symmetrical, right? And so this just kind of goes like that. And then this is probably just going to cross the river. I can kind of see that happening. So we'll end that right there for the moment. Possibly we can bring it through here, but this is a pretty crowded area. We have a lot of trams already, so that'll be kind of our... Like, I sometimes use trains as a little bit of an in-town kind of transit thing as well. But since the trams are kind of like a bit of bigger focus these days, since they just came out, obviously, I think we'll kind of use those. Okay. Now, I can freehand draw what I'm trying to accomplish right here. Or if you want to get something that's super symmetrical, just kind of go like this, and then give yourself some gridding, just so you know you have something to work with. And then now you can see we can go nice and straight, even Steven. So same idea over here, right? We have lots of roads. This way you achieve that, like, you know, that symmetrical look, everyone's happy type thing, you know? You don't have that one little... And the important thing, actually, too, which I should have said first, is when you draw this the whole way, you don't have to worry about them bumping into each other, right? Because they'll be slightly crooked or whatever. Okay, so let's go to right about where the curve was last time. Same with over here. Not too shabby. And the reason why I'm doing 2 sets of rails like this, actually I never checked to see if power was a problem, okay good, is because I like to have overlapping corridors, so I'll have an exterior and an interior line. I haven't made up my mind if these are going to be, you know, one of the other, or maybe 2 in the same. And then what I like to do is I'll have, say this inner line here, I'll have all the train stations connect to this, and then the outside line can just be like, you know, for express sake. So if you're going from like one end of the city to the other on an express line, you'll use probably the outside track. But if you're stopping every single stop, you might maybe use the inside one. So hopefully it kind of routes train traffic a little bit more efficiently. And it just looks really, really, really cool when you have like 2 or 3 train lines going. And for those of you who are curious, I don't know why my computer screen flashes a little bit like that. I think it's a mod or something I have. There might be a bit of conflict. And it does kind of bug me a little bit. Doesn't seem to be breaking the game or causing any issues with, like, you know, my video card or anything like that. So just so you know, I see those flashes too, in case you guys are wondering, you know. You're not crazy. But no, I can't account for them. But I see them too. Okay. So there we go, rail corridor. And so, again, I'll leave a little bit of space just to kind of, you know, give ourselves some future options with the train station here. But now, you know what I probably should have done is build the next road after. Before I deleted that, but that's okay. So what I'll do now is just go like this, grab these guys again, and just go like that. And now we have room for, if we want, say, 1 more rail, we can do that. And we can still get train stations in too. So train stations, we know we need 3 squares plus a track. You can see right there, that's 3 squares plus a track, so we're safe. And if you want, you can even do a level train crossing here. I wouldn't necessarily recommend it though. I can't use this road. Simply because if this is the only connection, you know, kind of from one spot to the other, all your emergency vehicles will just be lined up for years if you have lots of train traffic, you know, kind of going through here. So instead what I would do is, you know, I'd force people to use this highway to get to the other spot, and I would possibly do some tunnels and some, you know, some bridges and that kind of stuff. This is just kind of fun, just to, you know, just to do this stuff. Okay. So we have like beaucoup d'argent, so let's slow down the time here. And I haven't quite figured out with this little spot. Okay, well, let's just leave that as placeholder. And let's just zone in these little areas here, get some more people in, get some more taxpayers, you know? And then, I'd like to do something a little bit radical. And I don't know if we have 100% time for it, but I want to at least get it started, and then you guys can tell me your thoughts on it. Okay, so let's actually move to these roads, because they're fantastic. And let's line these up over here. No, let's keep it tight. Let's get some good, you know, good spacing in here. Let's go like this. Figure that out after. What I'm going for is, you know, getting that symmetrical look, right? There we go. And so now that everything's settled, you can kind of see we've actually got a lot of demand again, which is great. So hopefully people will move right in right away. Perfect. And let's draw a few more of these little side roads in. And that's just fine on its own, actually. There. Don't need those. Don't need that. A little bit more commercial. And there is a call for industry. You can kind of see our offices are starting to get, you know, they're starting to, there's less, you know, complaining icons, right? We're just looking for goods now. Or educated workers, I should say. So because we have high demand for industry, yeah, industrial demand, I'm going to zone our factories, because I don't want to, like, we don't have enough educated workers, right, to kind of meet our current demand, so there's no sense adding more offices. Kind of zone that little spot right there. Now, interestingly enough, you can kind of see we've avoided a whole bunch of traffic problems in this part now, but we've kind of shifted that whole delay over to here, it looks like. And I wonder what the reasoning for this is. Why are these people all trying to change lanes? Questions, questions, questions. So, my crazy idea, which I wanted to kind of do towards the end of the episode, which we're kind of at right now, just at least get it started, is I wanted to buy this and this, and then we should have the money for it. Okay. And, oh, you know what we could do even? Okay, so I'm going to back this up a little bit, and I'm going to make this part maybe a bridge or something a little bit later on, like for the rails, I mean. And then right here, I have a cool idea. At least I hope it's a cool idea. Okay, so let's go like that. That's really cool. Well, at least so far it is. And then my thoughts for this. I'm going to pause the game. We're going to destroy over here. Get rid of this interchange. Cool. And we'll put in a double merging or double crossover merging interchange, which are pretty futuristic, pretty cool interchanges just in general. And you'll kind of see when I put it down, traffic, it actually flows kind of up and over itself. It goes in the opposite direction for a little bit. And the reasoning for that, you can kind of see, is, so I'll put my little arrows on. Roads, please, there we are. So traffic comes up and over, and the goal for this, you can see, is every time you now merge or leave your lane, you don't have to cross in front of anybody. So it's like super, super safe in terms of, you know, merging and doing like high volumes of traffic. So we'll use this as the start of another entrance into our city. And that should hopefully maybe take a little bit of the load off that what interchange that we have already. So I'm crossing my fingers for that one. I know it seems a little bit chaotic now, but obviously the city's not going to have one interchange forever, so. And just, you know, like when you guys are building your own cities, like if you kind of get to that point and things are getting a little chaotic, you know, don't abandon it. It's kind of fun to, you know, problem solve and figure stuff out. Alright, $1,000,000 question. How do we connect these to the roads? Just kind of in a straight shot, or should we roundabout it? That's kind of a good, actually that's roundabout. That's a good approach. Oh goodness, how are we gonna get this even, Steven? Oh my goodness. Challenges I present myself, right? Okay, so let's come in like this. Come in like that. So we'll do the same style of roundabout we did before, and then we'll kind of, you know, curve the roads to come in. And then hopefully that should do it. And, you know, Bob's your uncle type thing. Got a 5er. That's a 6er. Okay, so straight for a little bit here. And a 6er. Perfect. Oops. Okay. Upgrade this to highway. Perfect. And just do a nice little curvied. Kind of go this way, maybe. I'm on to you, friend. How do we get in here? Oh, oh wait, that works. That's actually not the worst. Perfect. Well, what do you say to that? Okay. So let's put this on 3 speed. And hopefully, yes, mission accomplished. People are using this. Even if it's like 10 or 15 vehicles, like it's just 10 or 15 vehicles less that have to go over here. So the game plan is, yeah, to get truck traffic, industrial traffic, that kind of stuff routing through here. And then, even maybe next episode we can do it, but we're kind of dependent on, oh, we need more pipes, or more pumps. Anyway, I was going to say, we're kind of dependent on the snowfalls and the garbage dumps emptying. So we're kind of on their schedule right now, but hopefully they'll kind of, you know, finish emptying soon. And then the plan would be to make another interchange, say, just over here. Okay, so last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to drop in a police station. Looks like we could use one around here, and I think that's it. We'll call it an episode, guys. So lots of progress, lots of planning for the future. You can kind of see we've got some new, you know, some new ideas in terms of, you know, now we got some rails coming through. Lots of room for some growth, you know, in terms of our transits, which I love. And traffic, you know, it might seem like we're going in circles, but it steps in the bigger picture, you know, in the right direction at least. Okay, so garbage is still a bit of an issue. Before I forget, I will put one more incinerator. Put that over here. These can always be relocated. Great. Well, thank you very much, guys. I appreciate you sticking with it. I do hope this has been a, you know, like I said, a positive episode. I think it was. Definitely digging this, you know, the start of our little rail corridor here. And this is kind of cool, too. Our new little, you know, new little highway interchange. Essentially out of nowhere, too. I really love the way these look, especially at night. So yeah, all these trucks and stuff we're now saving, you know, from having to go over here. And honestly, I almost think that this is actually like, yeah, this is kind of the fix we need. Even on 3-speed, we're not really piling up the big jams over here. Well, all right, guys, mission accomplished. We did something, like, this is great. This is what I was worried that, you know, it wouldn't work, but it did. Oh my goodness, there's always, you know, a little bit of a headache when you're trying to do these giant, ambitious little projects, right? But giant, ambitious little projects. Oh my goodness. Okay, well, I will ramble on forever. You guys know me, so I'll just I'll cut myself off here. Thank you very much, guys. I'll see you in the next one. I look forward to reading your goodness. I look forward to reading your suggestions. And again, thank you very much for the positive vibes. Like, I'm feeling much better today. Yesterday after work, I just came home and just, you know, passed right out. Slept for like almost like 14 hours. And gosh, that flashing, I don't know why that's happening. But yeah, no, I'm feeling like much better today. Oh, and it just took me out of this. See, yeah. Okay, so I think there is a conflict with one of the mods. I'll kind of look into that further. But again, I'm rambling, so take care, guys. I'll see you again.